podcast listeners. Welcome to another great episode of Podcast with Gautam and Jin. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Jin Vanstee, and with me is my co-host, Gautam Siwach. And today we're excited to have Daniel Casali with us. Now, Daniel joined IBM in 2004 to work with Linux and then diversified to other Unix platforms like Solaris, HP UX, and IBM AIX. In 2007, Daniel was responsible for configuring and securing the first cloud environment at IBM when we started selling a shared virtual infrastructure to smaller clients. Daniel started consulting across Latin America in 2009. In 2015, he came to New York to be the worldwide architect for financial services sector on distributed computing and started working with Kubernetes in 2016. And today, he is the worldwide subject matter expert on application modernization on IBM Systems. Welcome to our podcast, Daniel.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the time for being here with you.
So let's start with, what is application modernization?
Application modernization is not really new, and it has been evolving since I first started working at IBM 18 years ago. It has to do not only with the method of deployment, but how you code the application and how you integrate the parts of the application, and also how you monitor it. Many people do link application modernization with getting applications on containers, and although it's surely a part of it, should not be the only focus. The modernization started with monolithic applications created and maintaining using the waterfall method, evolving to a service-oriented architecture using Agile, and then it culminated with microservices. On microservices, each part of the application can scale independently because they are coupled by the services that they provide and not by sharing the specific code. This creates a better way for the teams to organize the software lifecycle and create the continuous integration and delivery that we all hear about today. The method of deployment of microservices depend a lot on what is the goal and type of use. Um, Most environments today will still have traditional applications integrated with microservices that are containerized, but also we see an increase of usage of serverless functions as part of the new application landscape.
So how does underlying infrastructure affects the application modernization journey?
Yeah, during this time, I also saw the infrastructure evolve because of changes in the architecture itself as the applications modernized to meet business needs. This came to pass since I worked in a data center where a storage array could only be attached to one or two servers, and the whole application, including the database, would be on a single power server. I saw when virtualization that was already in use for mainframe for some time started to bloom in the distributed systems in the early 2000s. Uh, the service integrate model with a central application and satellite applications services began. Uh, at that time, virtual machines were used to separate database and central instance from the application servers. Um, These multiple servers, each one with different and sometimes conflicting libraries, caused a virtual machine sprawl. Tools to deploy and control infrastructure because of this part of application modernization was all we talked about on mid and late 2000s on the infrastructure side. The concept of accessing resources from a pool where you can easily scale became apparent in the late 2000s. And the ease of use and possibility to change the infrastructure cost model, namely the cloud, was something business were looking for in this latest phase of application modernization. The most important part to note is that the cloud is not really a place, but as I laid out, it's the capability itself. There are many platforms like IBM Power Systems that enable you to seamlessly scale up and down your microservices with features that enable to be charged and charge your customers by the minute in the event you want to scale your applications either up or down. Also, you can run transparently a CI/CD and make use of container and serverless model that will be deployed and running in less than a minute in your own data center. So if you have an investment on your own data center, you might be able to leverage the capabilities you're looking for using a capital that is already invested. So you don't need to worry about excessive operational expenditure or surprise charges.
So why is OpenShift important for application modernization workloads?
When you're working with agility, the minimal changes might cause problems for your management. You want to standardize your tools as well as your platform. OpenShift is a great platform to create the standard you're looking for because it's fully open source, and it also brings the best support with the whole ecosystem that is needed for a cloud environment. With OpenShift Container Platform, you have the capabilities for the container deployment, serverless applications, pipeline creation, service mesh integration, and it's all controlled by operator that can ease the use of all of these technologies. And the best of all, it will create a seamless platform across all major public clouds, as well as on premises, even on different architectures, enabling you to pick the best infrastructure for your application while offering a single experience for your developers and end users. If you don't have that, you're probably thinking that public cloud is the only way to go forward, and you most likely feel the pain that is working on different clouds and the problems that the lack of controls bring to you on these very different platforms. Most likely you will focus on one cloud, even if you say you have a multi-cloud strategy because of the difference on the architectures of each of the clouds. So having OpenShift will make you successful on a hybrid multi-cloud application modernization era because you will have the same look and feel on whichever infrastructure you have. And yeah, that's about it.
Artificial intelligence operations. Uh, that is what AIOps is abbreviated for. Well stated by the subject matter expert and our speaker, Daniel Casali. Getting the best out of journey to modernization, we also keep our focus on optimization, scalability, security, and sustainability through automation. We'll discuss more of these emerging technologies. And you are listening to the podcast with Gautam, Siwach, and Jen Vanstee. Keep supporting and please share. Thank you.